Hello, I'm Jordan. I'm going to do a tag today. This is the latest from Jim over at Jim's books, reading and stuff. He's got an ongoing alphabetical tag series, and they're all fantastic. And this is the D tag. I was tagged by Steve Donahue, the man, the myth, the legend. So that was pretty cool. I've been watching his channel for quite a while. And the first prompt is D is for Dahl. What is your favorite book by Roald Dahl? I read James and the Giant Peach as a kid. I don't remember it at all. The story, what came to mind is a couple of short stories. One is called Poison, and the other is called The Landlady. And both of those are short stories that really stuck out to me as a kid. And I think they're both fairly well-known Dahl stories. I should probably go back and reread those. The next one is D is for Doctor Who. What is your favorite book about time travel? I'm going to go with the standard classic here, and that's, of course, The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. All of those early science fiction books from H.G. Wells I really love, particularly because I think they are, sorry, I got baby rats running around, just trashing the joint. I might be a little distracted. Anyways, what I love about those early H.G. Wells novels is how horrific they are. They feel almost like horror stories, some of them. Particularly like The Island of Dr. Moreau, or there are sequences in War of the Worlds that are just apocalyptically upsetting, I think. But also The Time Traveler or The Time Machine is quite dark. So that's what came to mind for that one. D is for dark. What is the darkest book you have read? I think that would probably be The Road by Cormac McCarthy, which is a book that I love and will stand by. I was so amazed when I started watching BookTube how controversial that book is. To me, it's incredibly effective, not only in the emotional level. I did cry when I read that book, which is not particularly common for me, but also it's just got this oppressive dread throughout the entire novel that is quite difficult. In fact, my mom read it and she had nightmares for several weeks as a result. So I think any book that's that effective has to be doing something right. The next is D is for Dickens. How many Dickens novels have you read? I think it's 5. It would be Bleak House, Great Expectations, David Copperfield, Our Mutual Friend, and Little Dorrit. And of those 5, Great Expectations is definitely my favorite. I remember Katie over at Books and Things, who is BookTube's resident Dickens enthusiast, once responded to a comment I had left saying that she said that in her experience, people who don't like Dickens tend to like Great Expectations. I won't go so far as to say I don't like Dickens. I have a very complex relationship with him. There are several books of his that I did not like at all. I really had to force myself to finish them. David Copperfield and Our Mutual Friend. But I think there are moments for sure in all of his books that I do really enjoy. And it's a weird thing. Like about once a year, I have a real strong hankering to read some Dickens. And sometimes it pays off, and sometimes I regret that I did it. But in any case, he's a writer I'm not exactly sure what I think of. Next is D is for dictionary. In these internet years, do you still use physical paper dictionaries? No, I don't. I just look it up on my phone. However, I do sometimes use a thesaurus. One of my hobbies is I write insufferably pretentious, dull short stories, and this is always near me when I'm working on those monstrous, horrible things. Next is D is for Dagger and Detective. What was the last detective novel you read? I think that would be a James Patterson novel that This is Pete. That would be a James Patterson novel that I read, I think in January, that my sister-in-law loaned me. I think it's called First to Die. I think something like that. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I don't think I'm not gonna rush to read any more Patterson in the near future. I've mentioned on this channel before that I don't really care for Dickens or for detective novels, and it's my fault. It's not that there's anything wrong with them. I just have a real hard time keeping up with them. I can't follow all the conflicting motivations and the secret identities and staying one step ahead of the enemy and stuff. It's the same reason I'm horrible at chess. I don't have the mind for that. D is for Dostoyevsky. What is your favorite Dostoevsky novel? Probably Brothers Karamazov, although just to be a little different, I'm actually going to say Demons, also translated often as The Possessed. This book, I think, more than any other Dostoevsky novel, really showcases his ability to be hilarious and deeply dark and disturbing at the same time. And it also showcases a trait that he has that I can't think of any other writer that has, which is he manages to balance irony with earnestness in an extremely engaging, interesting, and unusual way. But yeah, Demons is great. It's his funniest book, in my opinion, and also his darkest. D is for diversity. Which book from your reading ticked the most diversity boxes? I don't know. I think I read last year a book called On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. I don't remember the writer's name, but I think he's a gay Vietnamese American. I really did not like the book at all, so that was an unfortunate reading experience. But yeah, that's what came to mind for that. And then D is for drawing. Who is your favorite visual artist? That would be Gustave Moreau, who is a sorry. This is Ernie. That would be Gustave Moreau, who is a French symbolist. If you're not familiar with his work, I highly recommend you do a Google search and check him out. He is mesmerizing. So that is the D tag. I'm going to tag two people. I'm going to tag Tom over at Tom LA Books, who not only has a endlessly fascinating and informative booktube channel, but I think also might be the nicest man in the world. And then I'm going to tag another of the nicest people in the world. That's Kelly over at Books I'm Not Reading. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what you guys say about this, if you want to do it. And let me know if you've read any of these books and what you think of some of my answers. And thanks for watching. Have a good day.